Men's national championship odds are out. Duke is your number one overall favorite at plus 230. Then we have the Florida Gators at plus 300, Houston at plus 500, Auburn at plus 500. Then it drops off real fast to Tennessee plus 1,700, Tech plus 1,800, Bama plus 1,800.
There's value on Auburn now.
There is value on Auburn. There is. I would even argue on Houston, but they do have a tougher road to get there.
Only reason I say that I don't like the value on Houston is because you could have got better than that all the way up to this point. You had 750 and all that stuff. Auburn has been below plus 400 for months now. So now that they're actually up 5-1, it's worth I think it's even worth a full unit. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I mean, hell, put 5 units on it. Let's get crazy. No, their path is.
No, don't do that.
They look bad to finish the season. They didn't look all that great first weekend of the tournament. So yes, there is a lot of value on them. Shocked the Gators aren't at like plus 400, but their path is pretty. I would argue Auburn has the second easiest path behind Duke to get to the Final Four.
The second easiest.
Yeah, behind
you
Duke.
got Michigan, and then you will have the winner of Michigan State. And who's Michigan State playing? Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, yeah.
I'll tell you what is not a bad.
If they get to play Ole Miss, come on.
Take you $10 and distribute it from like Kentucky to like Arkansas, like $1 or $2 a piece, just because.
Oh, you're saying the long shots?
Yeah, just not no more than $2 at the most. You put $2 on Kentucky to win you 112 or something, 110, 112. But
I tell you what's worth putting $10 on is that the Soakers, BYU Soakers.
If you want to put 10 on it, depends on
what they get hot this weekend.
$10 is more to some people than it is to others. So I'm just saying you get $10 total and get you 5 or 6 futures there that you could have.
You just need the Soakers, baby, and that's $600 coming your way.
They got to beat Alabama and Duke. I don't see it.
What I'm speaking about is that we're right there with Alabama. They're damn near a 6-point favorite.
I'm telling you, it scares me. I like a lot of favorites in this round.
Well, historically, that's the way you want to go. Is
right. I just look at these teams, and always this time of year, I try to think back from let's say like before Christmas when we had playing all these Maui Invitationals and stuff, and we were trying to figure out who the best teams were and all those things, and I'm like, how would I have felt about this game in early December, And I've seen a lot of these teams get better there. And I just look at some of these lineups like in December, I might have taken Arizona plus the 9.5, Right now that I've seen Duke play for a couple months, I'm like, Duke's going to beat this damn team by double digits. I think they cruise it again, man. I
think Duke got the easiest region.
If Duke wins the damn tournament, I don't know that they have a game within 10 points.
Maybe. We'll see. But I think also with my Alabama, Texas, Tech's going to win. Tech ain't losing to Arkansas. They should.
Dude, I like them both to Arlacoste. I do. And I think another good bet, a little half unit bet, Arkansas to make the Final Four plus 850.
Okay. Best of luck to you.
I like Ole Miss too. Sorry, Buku.
But I think I take that because I think I take out. I've been looking at it. My strategy for this, I think I take Alabama, and the reason why is that way I can take the plus 190 on BYU because like first place in that Survivor contest is like $2,000. So I'm like,
damn.
Yeah. So I'm in the mix for that. Huh?
How much was it to enter?
$10 less. I bought a package, so I bought a $40 package that got me into like 5 contests. So it's like $10.
Sweet little ROI there.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, well, why don't I use Alabama? If Tech wins, we have Alabama, and then I'll just personally bet a little bit on BYU to guarantee, like, if they end up pulling off the upset, at least I get my money back, or I make a little profit.
Yeah,
plus 190. I think that's the way to go because I wouldn't be shocked if BYU won against Alabama. Because, like I said,
this time of year, you're not going to be overly blown away if any of these teams
just
win.
because they can shoot, and Alabama can't freaking guard anyone. So
they cannot do that. This is one of those games. The only thing, like I said, I know Alabama can score too, but they will have one of those. Y'all know I'm going to hammer this over. It's at 175.5 right now. I think it gets up to 178.5 or 179.5 by the time tip-off gets here. But I still think my best bet in this game is going to be Alabama's team total over. I don't think BYU can win the game without getting over their team total. It's like 85.5. I don't think they can win without getting over it. I think Alabama could get over their team total and still lose the game.
Oh, yeah.
So
Alabama could lose 103-98 or something like that.
If BYU doesn't break 85, if they don't get over 85, they don't win the game. Alabama could totally get in the 90s and lose. They've done it this year already.
Yep. Florida 6.5-point favorite over Maryland. I know a lot of people like Maryland to pull off an upset or keep it close.
Don't
I
do it.
just got a weird feeling about Florida. Is like they just had it. They had it. Listen, they had a bad weekend
Yep.
to their standards.
Yep.
It happens coming off of winning the SEC, right?
Well,
You win
bad
the
game.
SEC
That first
tournament.
game, you can't judge nothing. They were playing Norfolk State. So, but the second
Yeah,
game,
and then I think it's actually very impressive what they did against UConn. UConn is still, they're not the UConn of the last 2 years. They're still the defending champs. They still have very talented players out there. And the fact that you were behind that whole game, you're trailing the whole game, and this is what championship teams do. They find a way to win. They stay in there. They hang around. They went on a 15-3 run when they needed to and won the game.
Best player showed up when he had to.
Yeah, so I think they're going to run through Maryland with ease.
I 100% agree with you. I think. Good morning, Arlacost. We see you, buddy. I think that Florida is about to rip Maryland a new one. Love this Maryland team. Have all year long. Made some money off of them, like Derek Queen, the freshman. Think he's a stud. Big shot the other day. They shot their wad in that damn game, and Florida's already had their scare. Florida, they're gonna have 4 or 5 days to prepare in between on this, 3 or 4, whatever, and they're gonna be ready to go, dude. Florida's not going to come out. You're not going to see them come out. That was my biggest thing for this team in the tournament. Will they be able to survive the game where they don't shoot as well and aren't, characteristically the Florida team we've seen this year? And they got by that game, man.
They sure did. And I don't want to play that. There we go. I think Florida's going to remind everyone why they're one of the favorites to win this whole damn thing. I think they're just going to come out with a vengeance, whoop up on Maryland, and then they're going to have a good matchup against Tech probably.
There's a reason that the only team picked to win this tournament more than Florida was Duke. There's a reason. Yeah. Know that.
Yeah. Duke minus 145 or minus 450 favorites, minus 9 on the spread against Arizona. Arizona ain't got a chance in this one.
They don't. They don't have a prayer here, dude.
Tech and Arkansas. I know you guys like Arkansas for the upset, but I mean Calipari's teams. Here's what you do: you bet Arkansas on the money line, and then you do an alt line of Tech minus like 10.5. You wouldn't be surprised if Arkansas got blown out.
I don't think Arkansas is getting beat by like 8 or something. No, I think if they get beat at all, they're either winning the damn game or they're going to lose by double digits.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm with you on that. I'm totally with you. I feel like that too. A big thing for me is if they're able to get a Adu Thero back. The guy's been out for a while. He was their leading scorer when he went out. Big guy, post presence, can get down, bang around the blocks. Love the way Boogie Flan's been playing. Love DJ Wagner.
God, I love having a guy on a team that's named Boogie.
Boogie Flan, dude. That's what I heard it the other night. I was like, this guy instantly became one of my favorite players in sports. Boogie Flan, baby. And that guy's playing well. And so if you get a Adu Thero back who was giving you nearly 16 points a game, almost averaging a double-double, but it's been kind of on the fence for the last couple games. They keep thinking he might be there, and all of a sudden, a day or two before, they're like, no, we're going to have him. So if you can get him back, it gives you another big-time score and another big-time mismatch down low. So we have to see about that. But even without that guy, Arkansas playing well, man.
Yeah, Michigan State 3.5-point favorite over Ole Miss. I feel I want to take Ole Miss so bad, but like,
do it.
This line went from 2.5 to 3.5. It just feels like the Sparties are getting it done, right, Buku?
I still got 2.5 on mine. It's probably 3. You got 2.5 at minus 105. You'd probably get 3.5 at like minus 118 or something like that. So it's probably the line's basically
the other way around. You mean 3.5 minus 105
plus 2.5? You're laying the minus 105 to get the plus 3.5. You'd probably have to lay like minus 118.
Oh, okay, yeah, right here on my book, it's minus 115 to get the plus.
Oh, I'm saying in reality, the line is really 3 there.
Still.
But yeah, still, I feel like Ole Miss though, man. It's just the way you look at both those games. Okay, I expect them to lose both of those damn games, and they whipped Iowa State all up the damn floor. And then you had that game against North Carolina where I know they only won it by 7 or 8, but they were in control that entire game, man. They just methodically whipped their ass through there. You got a team that's kind of getting right now. You got Chris Beard, a coach that kind of feels like he's got a little bit of chip on his shoulder for some reason. And y'all know I never like to pick against Sparty. My guy Buku loves Sparty, and I love to ride with him on those. I got a weird feeling about Ole Miss in this one, dude.
I do too, but we'll see. We'll see.
It never goes well when we both try to find these little nasty ones like that, though.
I know. I'm going to stay away probably.
Sparty by 50.
We got a big matchup between Kentucky and Tennessee. Tennessee is 4.5-point favorites. This smells fishy. I understand you wanted this game, Craig. I understand you think you're going to get him this time. 4.5 when you've lost to this team twice already. Neutral site.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's right. I think the line's right. They know. I mean, for one, it's hard to beat a good team 3 times. They are down a player. They don't have Jackson Robinson, who is one of their studs. The guy's a great player, going to be a great player in the future. Done for the year. Had to have, I think, shoulder or wrist surgery, something like that. But anyways, I think his last time he played, I think, was the first half of the Tennessee game. We played them up there earlier in the year. So you do have to replace that guy's productivity, which they figured out a way to do that. But against a team like Tennessee with the elite defense, and now you've got like our Lacoste says there, so your Vols will need to use their 2 losses to Kentucky as motivation to play their game of their life. And I think you're going to see that, man. I think you're going to see them geared up. And I got a gross pick for you I like in this game. It does scare me to death, and I think it's going to be close. Kentucky team total under. I think it's like 70.5. I don't think they break 70.
We'll see.
We'll see, man. We'll see.
It's going to be interesting this weekend.
And I feel like, and the reason I feel that way, dude, okay, the other 2 in this game, like other 2 games we played them, the total was up like low 150s. Seeing this one set as low as it is, it feels fishy to me, man. This total should be higher than that. Be careful just immediately.
Where are they at?
Indianapolis.
Okay, so it'll be 6:39 tip-off time, local time, 7:39 Eastern.
They'll both travel well too, man. That's not a bad drive for. It's closer to Lexington, but Tennessee fans are going to travel well, and it's less than a damn 8-hour drive. So,
Public's heavy on it. Ooh. Michigan, Auburn 8.5-point favorites over Michigan. I think Auburn's another sleeping giant that's going to wake up this weekend, and it's going to start off by defeating the Big Ten champs. Auburn should handle Michigan here. There's a reason why it's set at 8.5.
Should. This Michigan team surprised me though, man. Showed me a lot of grit in that game against A&M. What up, username? But showed me a lot of grit in that game, dude. They were getting beat. They were dead to rights in that thing. And the next thing you know, they're up by 10 points. So I can't just, for some reason, did you shoot your wad in that game? I don't know. And we know how good Auburn is, but Michigan's another one where I'm just kind of afraid to lay that many points against.
I guess so. And then Houston is an 8-point favorite over Purdue. I mean, I think you're safe to just moneyline parlay Houston, Auburn, and Duke. You know what I mean? Just
bet the over in that Purdue Houston game.
We'll see. Houston should handle them. Man, Houston's. They got a nice path now. I thought their path was pretty tough, but you get Purdue, and then you get to take. Kentucky or Tennessee is going to be a good match, but Kentucky and Tennessee get to beat up on each other before they come play you 2 days later. You know.
Oh yeah. We'll see with all that too. I mean, that may be wind up being a hard fought game for you. I don't think it's scary about Houston. They got their scare out of the way the other night too, kind of like Florida did. A couple lines I do want y'all to look at and get right. I will be on these when I post Creek's picks in a couple days, but I think you should go ahead and take the Maryland Florida over 156.5 because it was at 155.5 yesterday. I told you I think it's going to get to almost 160 before it's all said and done. Take that one over 156.5 now, and take BYU Alabama over 175.5 right now. I think both those are going to go up 3 or 4 points.
The real question is, Crick, are we going to see overtime at all in